Good morning. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. And today I'm going to take a dish that would usually be a side dish and I'm going to add some meat to it and I'm going to make it like a one dish meal. So and I'm using ground beef today and I've already cooked my ground beef and I put some onions in it. And my niece, Leary, told me the other day, she said, Aunt Rose, purple vegetables are better for you. And I forget why she told me that. I've got to get with her again and find out just why. She said, but your purple cabbage, your red onions, your beets, anything that's purple has a lot more of something in it than the green does. So I bought some purple onions and I bought some purple cabbage. And today I'm doing a cabbage dish and I'm going to put ground beef in it, and that'll make it a whole meal for me and Roy. And it's easy, it's simple. Uh, and in here I've got they're purple, but people call them red onions. So I've got my pan hot. I've got about 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil in it. And I'm going to saute those. A friend of mine fixed something similar to this the other day. She just didn't put the meat in it. And her husband said it was the best cabbage he's ever eaten. And Leary fixes hers like this a lot. Leary's my niece. And to this, now this is leeks and garlic. And y'all know, I showed y'all yesterday, if you watched my video, the garlic stems that we get out of the field. So, and that's what I'm using. This is leeks and garlic. Now, if you've never used leeks, try them. To me, they're a cross between an onion and a garlic. They are so good in so many different dishes. Okay, now, to make this healthier, I've got some sweet and some red peppers, about a half a cup. And that was about a half a cup of leeks and garlic and a half a cup of red onions because I had already put some in with my ground beef. Because onions cooked in ground beef taste different than onions just sauteed in a skillet. So I just thought I would do it 2 ways and get that little different taste for the onions. Okay, now I'm going to let this saute for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. Just long enough to get these veggies a little tender. And then you can see right here, I've got my purple and my green cabbage all cut up together. So, and I'm going to get some garlic out because I put a little garlic in my meat, but I want to put a little bit in this dish. Even though I put the garlic stalk in here, the fresh garlic, I still want a little bit of my roasted garlic in there. It just gives it a little different flavor. Okay, we're going to let this cook for 3 or 4 minutes, and when it gets ready, then we're going to come back and I'm going to put my cabbage in there and let it it's going to be kind of like a stir fry. I'm not going to boil them because I'm not going to put any water in them unless I need to put like 1/4 of a cup. And if I do that, I've got some bone broth. I took some chicken bones yesterday, and it's chicken that has no antibiotics. The chickens were fed with vegetarian feed. It has no there were 4 things, no additives at all, and no antibiotics. So I took and deboned some thighs, and I took some bone off the legs, and I cooked them in my crock pot for 12 hours last night. So I'm going to give my daughter, because she uses bone broth a lot. I've got 2 quarts to give her, And then I've got like a pint that I'm going to keep. So if I need to add anything, I'll add my bone broth from my chicken. You can use bone broth. You can make it from pork. You can make it from venison. Whatever. It's just they say bone broth is so much better for you than regular chicken broth or chicken stock. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna put my cabbage in here. This really is probably a little small pan, but I don't have a bigger one.
It'll cook down a little bit.
So it will cook down a little bit, yeah. Okay. And it'll give it a little bit more juice, so maybe I don't have to add any broth to it. Okay. Roxy, hush.
That girl.
Roxy gets excited when she thinks she hears something outside. Okay. Now to this, I'm adding like a teaspoon of salt and about half a teaspoon of pepper. We like pepper, so. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little, that's probably a half a teaspoon of my granulated garlic in there. Okay? And you can hear it frying. And I'm just going to let it sit here and cook. It's going to cook down a little bit. And when it gets done, then since my meat is already done, then I'm going to just put my meat over in here. And then Roy and I are going to have our lunch. It's quick. It's easy. And if your children don't like cabbage, maybe if you put ham or sausage, this is ground beef, but you could use like fresh sausage, you can use ham, you can use smoked sausage, and they might eat it that way. So, okay, it's going to take this probably a little while, 10 or 15 minutes. So, I'll be back when it gets done. Okay, I cooked it about 15 minutes, and y'all, I did put the lid, I put a lid on it just so that a little bit of that juice would cook out and I wouldn't have to put any liquid in it. So, and it cooked about 15 minutes, and I kept it stirred. Every once in a while I would stir it, because if not, sometimes that cabbage will kind of stick to the bottom of the pan. So I want y'all to look at this.
This is cows in the cabbage roast. Is that what this dish is?
Now that is a good looking dish right there. That is so good. Looks good. I'm going to taste it for you in just a second. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it in here. I have to get pictures for my thumbnail of all my food. So I think I'm going to leave it in here right now. And I'll put it on the table like this. Isn't that pretty?
That's pretty.
And I sliced some tomatoes because Roy and I like, with our cooked vegetables and things, we like just a little fresh taste to go along with it. Sometimes I'll get out some pear pickles. I made sugar-free pear pickles, sugar-free cucumber pickles last year. And sometimes we will get out some of those and we'll eat pickles along with our
delicious.
It is so good. Okay. I'm going to put this.
That's looking good, Granny Ma.
In my plate. Isn't it pretty with that purple in it? Now, and I'm going to put just a few little tomatoes around just to make it look fresh.
Oh, some pear pickles would be good.
I know, pear pickles would be delicious. Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful, honey.
I'm fixing it. I am. I am. I want to get some of that meat along with it. because I've never put ground beef in it before. I put sausage, different kinds of sausage. Mmm, that's good. Mmm, it's different. I guess you could even sprinkle a little cheese on it if you wanted to. Mmm, that's good. It's real good. Okay. Oh, it's really good with that tomato. If y'all want a quick meal, healthy meal, make this one.
It's delicious.
Thank y'all for subscribing. I'm going to let you taste, baby.
Well, I already tasted before you added.
I know you did. The meat gives it a little different flavor.
It does.
But it's really, really good. And you know what? Instead of making spaghetti, make your ground beef with cabbage. I mean, it's so thank y'all for joining me. It is good. Subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell, share this video. Remember, put deliciousness back in healthy food. And that's what I try to do. I try to show y'all how you can take just regular ingredients and make a delicious, healthy meal. So remember, food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. I love y'all. Catch you next time.